Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. Today is Tuesday, the 18th day of November 2025. Yesterday was 17th. I was reading it on Fox News when Pope Leo, the Catholic Church Pope, was condemning the Christians killing from across the world. And he mentioned Nigeria as a country where Christians are being persecuted. And it's not up to 24 hours that he made this statement. In southern Kaduna, in Kaduna State, Catholic priests, 14 others were abducted. For you to see the speed, the level at which Christians and even non-Christians are being massacred, are being killed in Nigeria. But the question is this: are we going to continue to be like this perpetually? Where is the hope coming from? Where is the solution coming from? Because as it is now, the government of Nigeria, the military, the soldiers, the politicians, none of them have the solution to stopping the problem, but they have what it takes and the mechanism to make sure they continue to sponsor these terrorists. And in the same yesterday, this man you are seeing here is a Kaduna House of Assembly member. He went on to have meeting with these terrorists. This is what is going on every now and then. These people are not stopping. Every day they are having meeting with these terrorists. So the name of this lawmaker, he's a lawmaker in Kaduna State. His name is Engineer Abdulrahman Ahmed Kandarawa. So that is the name of this man holding meeting with these terrorists. However, this is not new if you are not a Nigerian. Our security forces hold meeting with the terrorists. And at a time, even the terrorists will ask the Nigerian soldiers, if you are coming to meet us, don't come with gun. They'll go there, they said they are having a peace meeting or a peace deal. Why the terrorists are killing Christians, massacring the people, doing all sort of things against the people, but nobody cares.
Mutanen mu sun shiga cikin gari to su kyale su su yadda su su kamar yadda aka saba. Allah sana. Na godiya. Raba mu da shedanu. Amin sun. Bismillah mu shedanu rajim. Bismillah rahman rahim. Muna godiya ga Allah subhanahu wataala da ya nuna wannan rana mai matukar.
So it is disheartening to see that people who are supposed to protect the people, the masses, are the one who are also arming the terrorists, supporting the terrorists to kill the people. And you know the craziest thing about this? This thing is free. They are doing all these evil activities for free. You can see the terrorists do everything for free, kill people for free. No prosecution, no arrest, nothing whatsoever. This is a high level of collusion. Now, if you are not a Nigerian, you may ask, why is this thing going on? Why are they doing this thing? You see these terrorists you are seeing, both Boko Haram, ISWAP, the Fulani militia, there are many, Wondo, Mahmouda. These are the names of terrorists, that is growing in Nigeria. They are staying in Nigeria as their headquarters, and Nigeria has given them a safe haven. So the purpose of these people, these terrorists, is that they want to bring Sharia. And I am saying this every now and then. Nobody wants to listen. 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I have been shouting about this current insecurity, the level, the magnitude of insecurity in Nigeria. I've been shouting about it on this platform. A lot of people pay lesser attention until we started hitting them now. And I'm shouting about this again. The solution to what these terrorists want, they have already taken over Nigeria. Government can't stop them because people in government are supporting them. The solution to this is not fighting them or negotiating with them. They want Sharia states. And politicians are supporting them because most politicians believe in Sharia state. We have 19 northern Sharia state in Nigeria embedded in the constitution of Nigeria. They have Sharia court, they have Sharia police, they have Sharia court of appeal. They have, what else do they want to have a nation? So I want people to stop deceiving people. These people want to annex Nigeria to form a terror stronghold as a Sharia state where they can establish to other rest of the world. This is not a confidential information. The DSS, the secret police in Nigeria, are aware of this. The soldiers are aware of this. The police are aware of this. The defense intelligence heads, they are aware of this. So this thing is not like a confidential something in Nigeria. Nigeria needs intervention. Nigeria needs help. Nobody is saying it the way it is. Yesterday, one of the pastors in Nigeria who was a retired military officer was giving testimony of his experience, how Christian persecution started. And this man did not hold back by telling the people that helicopters were dropping weapons to kill the Christians. And it is not new. It is happening every now and then. And the Christian body in Nigeria, I'm sorry to use this word, they are cowards. They are waiting only for America to come. If America did not come and go, why can't you rise up and defend yourself? This is a Sharia war. That is what is going on in Nigeria. It's a Sharia movement. Anybody that tells you otherwise, the person don't know what he or she is saying. Now, they will tell you, oh, if it is a Sharia war, why are Muslims being killed? You are a Muslim, you don't believe in Sharia, you are not radical, you are a shy Muslim and all those things, you will be eliminated. They will kill you. These people don't give fuck whether you are this, you are that. As far as you are not radical, you do not believe in what they believe. They will tax you. They will call it jizya tax. This is what is going on in Nigeria, and nobody wants to talk about this. Now, ISWAP have their media platform. What is ISWAP? ISWAP is the Islamic State of West African Province. They have their own platform. If they carry out attack like yesterday, they kill a brigadier general. The brigadier general is a very top-ranking officer in Nigeria, if you understand the military ranking. Now, they kill this man, they publish it. If they go to attack, they publish it. ISWAP is Islamic State of West African Province. It is a country. It is a country existing in Nigeria. This is the truth that nobody wants to dig. Nobody wants to tell you. These people have their leader, they have their president, they have their governors, all the territories, they have people controlling it. This is what is going on in Nigeria, and the Nigerian government, because Nigerian government is ruled by a bunch of people who are sponsoring terrorists. This current administration was part of the people who imported terrorists into Nigeria in 2014, 2015. Go and do a fact check of everything I'm saying. Then, why are we still living and calling ourselves as a country? Why? For what purpose? For what reason? It is time for people to arise. You know, go back to check everything I told you last 2 years. Is it happening today? Everything I'm still telling you today is going to happen. You will not have a place to call your own if action is not taken now. Soldiers will watch as they are watching today while you are being massacred. The police will fold their hands as they are folding their hands today. Why generations will be wiped out? I'm not talking about 2030. I am talking about 2026. There is a plan to our next Nigeria with southern Niger, with Chad, with northern Cameroon. The DSS is aware of what I'm saying. I challenge any security agency to say that they are not aware of the statement I made now. I challenge them. They know all these things, but the gullible ones, the poor masses are there, not knowing the plan the enemies have for them. Now, what happened in Kaduna State after Pope Leo condemned the Christian killing? This is the details that raised that bandits attacked the southern Kaduna region. That is the Christian-dominated region, right, of Kaduna State in the early hours of on Monday. That was yesterday, resulting in the confirmed abduction of a Catholic priest and several community members and the death of one person. The Kaduna Catholic Archdiocese stated that the assailants targeted Kushe Gugdu village in the Kagarko Local Government Area, storming St. Stephen Parish and abducting the Parish Priest, Reverend Father Bobbo Paschal. Okay? The name of the Reverend Father that was abducted is Reverend Father Bobbo Paschal. Okay? In a notice to his priest signed by the Chancellor, Reverend Father Christian Okeu Emmanuel, the Archdiocese confirmed the incident. And this is what it reads. I write to inform you of the attack of Kushe Gugdu and the abduction of one of our priests, Reverend Father Bobbo Paschal, Parish Priest of St. Stephen Parish, from his residence during the early hours of today, Monday, 17th of November, 2025. Regarding the casualty and other abductions, the Chancellor added that during the attack, many others were abducted and the brother of the Reverend Father, Yero, was killed. We call on all men and women of goodwill to join us in prayer for their safety and quick release from the hands of the abductors and for the peaceful repose of the dead. Amen. May his soul rest in peace. Anyway, no one will hear such a thing without feeling bad. This thing has been happening for decades. Nigeria needs to go into a full scale and stiff resistance, and that is a war. The people of Nigeria need to fight a war with these people. They need to fight a war, and not only fighting a war because we are not going to fight perpetually. Nigeria must be divided and disintegrated. You see, the middle belt, southern Kaduna, Benue, Plateau State, they've got to have their own country and flush all these Islamic terrorists away. They've got to have their own country. The southern Nigeria, they have different nations there, they have to have their own country entirely. Then this northern Nigeria, I know there are Christians in northern Nigeria, many Christians also there, but there is no choice to remain in one entity with all these people. No way. If not, this war is going to be perpetual. And as far as we don't have people in the position of authority, and we have cowards, as many pastors in Nigeria, many reverends, bishops, who understand what is going on, but they are keeping quiet because of fear, they will watch their members being killed and they will not raise an arm, they will not talk. Nigeria must not remain one. It is a tax before everybody. It is a tax before international communities. It is a tax before US. Anything that makes Nigeria remains one till 2028, like millions of people are going to, they watch it on every news media in the world. They will be massacred and nothing is going to happen. These people have been doing this. The government of Nigeria have their names. Everybody knows people who are doing this, but they can't touch them because of the agenda to Islamize Nigeria. I rest my case. If you need further information about what is going on in Nigeria, I want you to listen to this retired military officer who is a pastor. Listen to what he said. I published this video again yesterday. A very hilarious testimony.
Spend between 10 and 15 minutes to address it. The dictionary defines genocide as, because I knew you were going to ask, so I got ready for you. The dictionary defines genocide as a deliberate and systematic killing or persecution of a large number of people from a particular national or ethnic group with the aim of destroying that nation or group of people. And with that definition, I'm going to turn my answers to a question or questions to the majority of you who are here today. Let me give my response a background. I was born in 1952 in Zaria. I was born in the military barracks. I grew up in Kaduna, Zaria, Kaduna, Kanu. So my answer does not come out of just newspaper, but experience. The first riot I ever experienced, with all due respect, was against people from the East. I was there during the Zaria riots when your crime was that you were Igbo. They didn't tell me, I saw it. People were being killed right before my eyes. My dad was a soldier trying to prevent it. And I remember the man coming back with a deep dent in his military helmet as the guys were screaming and walking the roads of Zaria and screaming, Tawaye. Tawaye means our eyes have opened. Following the first coup by Kaduna and Zogu, they felt their eyes had opened. So there certainly was genocide because people were being dragged out of their house and killed. But then when it comes to the hot case on hand, is there religious genocide in Nigeria? Firstly, I'd like to say that whatever issue is in Nigeria, because it was not dealt with, it became a snake with 5 heads or more heads. And so when you are looking at each case, you need to know which head you are dealing with. Bandit is a head. Banditry is a head. Terrorism is a head. Fulani herdsmen carrying guns and invading people's farm, chasing them out, is another head. The guys who demand money, what did they call it? Kidnappers is a head, and there are many more heads. And then deliberate chasing of people away from their land and immediately putting another tribe there is a head. So, are these things happening in Nigeria or not? I'll just take you down some historical cases and I'll ask you, is it really happening in Nigeria? Maitasine, in the 70s, a man who rose and began to teach a form of Islamic cleansing that says anybody who was not of that particular belief must die. Is that not genocide? And is that fair in a secular nation? Zango Kataf. Zango Kataf, in case you don't know, what you know as Kaduna State was once including Katsina. And on grounds of religion, Katsina State was cut off because the majority of Katsina State was Islamic. And what remained as Kaduna State was majority what we call Southern Kaduna, Zango Katav, people who are so on and so forth. I don't want to mention all the tribes. And despite cutting and now having Kaduna State, the south of Kaduna State is 99% Christian, producing Professor Ishaya Audu, first Vice Chancellor Amadu Bello, producing General Ishaya Bameyi, producing former Deputy Governor Central Bank Melafia. But somebody was still not satisfied and wanted their land. And particularly under the watch of a particular governor, probably 23,000 of these people died. Is it so? Is it not so? And if people of that number died, I mean, Zangu Kata, people were being hacked, cut like animals because you wanted their land and because they didn't follow your religion. Is that genocide or not? There was beheading in Kanu because, what's the name of the evangelist? Reinhard Bonnke came to hold a crusade, and they said, Christian crusade is not allowed. Not only did they destroy the equipment, they cut Christians. Is that genocide or not? Deborah Samuel, a girl in a polytechnic in Nigeria, in the north, she saw on the platform of her class that people were posting religious things, and she said, hey, this platform is for our study, not for religion. They went, they killed her, and when it became a court case, 52 barristers who hold the religious faith different from hers showed up to defend the guys who killed her. Is that genocide or not? Evangelist Eunice in Greater Abuja went out 5 a.m. to do what we used to do down south here. And when we were kids, I was born a Muslim. My name is Ahmed. My mother is Aishat. My brother is Mudashir. My sister is Khadijat. My dad is Salau. But we knew people who would wake up and be waking people to prayer. That was what Evangelist Eunice did, and they hacked her to death. And then, if all that is not genocide, and if it is just religious intolerance, what happened when Melafia came out and said, I am from southern Kaduna, and 23,000 of our people died, and actually when we call people who should come and defend them, the military, the police, they don't show. It is after the people are gone that they show. And they say they have it on good record that some mysterious helicopters are coming to give these people equipment. Is that not a plan, a genocide? If you say that is not genocide, what shall we say of what's going on in particularly states in the north that are of Christian conviction? Benue State, even today's Vanguard reports Gwande local government, where people were hacked, and the plan is to chase them out, and some people come to occupy. And when I say some people, let me be bold to say Fulani herdsmen and some of the guys carrying gun come to occupy. Because when I was a little kid, one of the songs on radio in the north would say, Babanka Sanshe would not food you. That song says that the whole of Nigeria is the land belonging to Shehu Danfodio. And until that is achieved, they've reached Kwara. It may be Lagos. So somebody somewhere does not want this kind of facing the reality. Is there a genocide? You will have to answer. I haven't answered any of your question yet. But let me just say, 270 girls were carried out of a school. They were all Christians. The people who carried them committed 5 crimes. 1, child molestation, because Nigeria's criminal law says that if you sleep with anyone under, is he 18? Which is the age of consent. It's a crime. They raped these girls. 2, if you carry a person against their will across border, it's trafficking. I thought we have human trafficking laws. 3, you force these people to change religion. 4, you force them into marriage. That is the 4th criminal offense. 5, some of them were violently raped. And then 6, some of them were killed. The same people who committed this crime, you said you forgave them. Who forgave them? Where were they forgiven? Which court of law? Is it the government that said, okay, we suspend the criminal laws of Nigeria in the case of Boko Haram, who carried this girl, whatever of the Hydra heads carried the girls? Who did it? So, if you now say you forgave them, where are they? It is rumored that some of them are now repented and you brought them into the army. How can a man who killed and committed all this crime now qualify to be a defender of the nation? It is rumored that some of them are in the Air Force. How can a man like that defend the Federal Republic of Nigeria? How can we entrust him in the country where I live at the moment, in England? If you touch a child, you know rape and more. You touch a child in an indecent way, you will be in the register of child molesters. And the moment you change local government from one local government to the other, you must go and report yourself as a child molester so you can be on the books of child molesters. Once the court have passed a case against you that you molested, anytime you move, you don't need the police to do it. You have to go and report yourself. There are jobs you cannot get. But in our own case, we said these guys are forgiven. 1, who forgave? 2, where were they forgiven? 3, where did we see their repentance? 4, where is the fruit of their repentance? So, we cannot say that there is no genocide. But if we say there is no genocide, answer my questions. 2, we cannot say there is no religious intolerance. If you say there is no religious intolerance, explain to me why.